And I think that means we are live. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Mastermind with Victor J. I don't think I like the way that sounded. Okay. All right. Fuck it. I'll get the greeting. I'll nail the greeting by the third one or the fourth one or the 10th one or the 13th one. But anyway, welcome back to the podcast. I hope you guys listened to the first episode. I think there were some issues with fucking YouTube, but that's a whole thing. I'm just glad that everybody who listened to it liked it. And I had not, as of right now, got a negative review. So, guys, we fucking knocked that out of the park, my minions. Fucking knocked that shit right out of the fucking park. Home motherfucking run. It's tremendous. Fucking awesome, if I will. Okay. Anyway, a little bit too excited. Oh, you know what that means? There's a fucking airplane flying over. Every time. You know, like, while I was making a theme song, nothing. The minute I hit record, fucking airplanes. Jesus. It's almost like it was meant to derail me. But no, not this time. But anyway, guys, thank you for listening, honestly and truly. I really appreciate it. I mean, even though I appreciate it, even if you weren't listening, I'd still do it anyways because I need to talk and I need somebody to listen. Even if it's just to myself and for myself. But anyway, let's get into it, man. This past weekend, I really didn't do anything but work. So that's my week. How was yours? Oh, yeah, that's right. You guys can't answer. That's the way that this goes. All right, fine. I guess you guys are having fun. Okay, getting to it. Plowing ahead, moving right along. Dude, this weekend, I did actually do something on my day off. I just chilled at a brewery. Pretty badass. Just hung out. Did some artwork. I made this week's album artwork while I was having some beers at Twisted X Brewery. Shout out to Twisted X Brewery, as usual. Favorite place to go. Get out of the fucking city. Chill with some chill people. You know, the usual. But yeah, like last week's podcast was funny. I actually did more prep this time around. Made sure to at least have some kind of idea about what I wanted to talk about. And I will not be starting and stopping since I am in the place where I'd like to record. Of course, I'm still in the back of my car recording this, but I'm parked at a location that doesn't require me to have to keep moving around. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. Anyway, wow. Slow start. Woof. Maybe edit this out. Nope. I won't edit it out. That's my promise. I don't do edits. I will never edit anything out. I'll only add something in if I feel like it needs to be added in. Okay. So today I want to talk to everybody about like some shit I've been thinking about pretty much the entire week. Every time I mention the podcast to people, they always ask like what it's about. And I don't really have an answer. Like, honestly, I just want to talk about my thoughts. That's why I call it mastermind, because I want to master my own mind. And I am the mad thinker. It's so basically random thoughts. Random thoughts. The main thing in this podcast. And I have a lot of random thoughts because as you may have figured out from the first episode, my job is really solitary unless I'm like talking to people, which is hardly ever. Yeah, it's like you kind of sit alone with your thoughts when you drive for a living or deliver packages for a living, which is pretty cool. You get to think about like how you feel about things and how things affect your life, or you get to make goals, which I like doing, which is always a good thing. One weird thing that happens when I'm working, like I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure somebody out there knows what I'm talking about. Like the guys. This is for, I guess, the guys. Dude, have you ever like tried talking to women, but like not pick them up, just have like casual conversations? Uh, it's really weird. It's a really weird thing. Like I always have this weird energy whenever I'm talking to like uh let's say like just a regular woman, like somebody's wife. And I'm always like, does she think I'm hitting on her? And that makes me feel weird, and it makes me give out some weird energy. I feel like they pick that up. So it's like there's a vicious circle of just weirding each other out. I don't know. You can never like nowadays it's so like uh oh like what this whole PC and Me Too, like post Me Too era thing. Like, dude, I'm not even trying to date because I don't want any misunderstandings. So like if I'm talking to somebody, it's just honestly being nice. Like I kind of get how girls feel whenever when they're just genuinely nice to a guy and he takes it the wrong way and they think it like that's their opportunity to hit on him. Uh, but for guys, it's the reverse. Like you get the reverse reaction from a guy than you would from like a girl to a guy versus a guy to a girl. Because if they think, if you think that they're hitting on you, no, like let me reverse that. If they think that you're hitting on them, they're not going to be like, oh, well, what are you doing Friday? They're going to be like, I need to get the fuck away from this creepy ass guy. And I totally get that. I'm a fucking stranger to these people. So, yeah. I wish I can be like, oh, no. The thing that you're thinking right now is not what's going on. Trust me. Like, I don't. I'm just doing my job. And since you're looking directly at me, I can't exactly just not say hello or one of those are rhetoricals. How's your day going? It's weird, man. I feel like everybody thinks that you have some kind of ulterior motive, which for me, that doesn't exist. I'm a pretty straightforward person. Like if there's something I want, like I'll let you know right away. Like, hey, I have a problem with you, or hey, I think you're cool, or hey, did you just fart? uh, which brings me to my next topic, dudes. Again, for the fellas, raging uncontrollable boners. Like, what the fuck is going on with that shit? I know I'm not the only one, so don't make me feel like a piece of shit. Like, I'm not sure why, but whenever I'm fucking in my truck chilling or just going about my day regularly or just anytime, like fucking fourth grade boners. And there's that fucking airplane again. I think I'm gonna have an alarm or some kind of whistle every time a plane flies over, and this is gonna become a drinking game. Honestly, like every time, yeah, fuck it. Every time the plane flies over, you take a shot, and I guarantee that you'll be drunk as shit by the end of this podcast. Hell, I guarantee you'll be drunk by like 3 minutes into the fucking podcast. Like, what time is it for all these planes to be taking off, like one after another? But anyway, yeah, man. Like those 6th grade boners whenever the teacher will call you up, like at the worst possible moment. And it's not even like you want it to happen. You're just going about your day, not even thinking about anything provocative. And you just look down and it's like, whoa, where'd this come from? This shit is always weird, man. Like, I remember getting those in high school. But in movies, they always make it seem like it's a bad thing, like you're super embarrassed. And I always see those movies. I'm like, why is that embarrassing? Like, it's like what the main character, like, oh, ha, ha, ha. Fucking Jason has a huge cock. Ha, 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 ha. He's going to be pretty well adjusted in college. Ha, ha. Everybody look and laugh at him. Ha, ha. And he's like, oh, man, don't look at my big dick, please. I'm just a nerdy kid in a movie with the huge dong. Please don't look and laugh at me. Oh, man. I guess that's one thing I never got about like most high school movies They always try to seem like everything's a negative, where like real high school students, like, yo, what the fuck is embarrassed about a boner? Like, what the fuck? Like there's I would really wager that nobody has ever just been like, oh my God, no. That's the Hollywood bullshit, man. Trying to figure out, hey, this is what a kid would go through in high school. Like, nah, that's any high school kid in 2018, 2019, like in recent history. Like, kids are fucking at 13. You really think they give a shit about a boner popping up? That just means, hey, yo, you, me, after class. Damn, another fucking plane. Are you serious? Jesus Christ. Like, I gotta start looking at the flight schedule before I start recording these motherfuckers. But I guess it's my fault. It is my fault. I'm doing this shit really late. I want to have them out by Monday. Like, I always want to do record it on Sunday, and I wake up, I go to bed on Saturday after work with the intention of like get my errands done Sunday morning and recording Sunday afternoon. But I always seem to like the day gets away from me, and I don't know why. Yesterday, I spent most of the day just doing the album work for this episode. So I was like already in the podcast mindset. So at least I got that out of the way. So I didn't have to rush and do that shit like today. But I don't know, man. Like Twisted X, they just released a couple new beers. So I was trying those out, and like time got away from me. Dude, I got there at like 12 a.m. 12 p.m. I didn't even leave until like closing shit after closing because we were talking to the bartenders. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool, man. It's always a good hang. Like, if you guys are ever in the Dripping Springs, Driftwood area, like, definitely stop in there. Pretty fucking cool. I think the next thing, damn, what is that I want to talk about, man? I swear, like, I always have a general idea of what I want to talk about, but then when Mike gets in front of me, I get all shy, and then I remember, and then like I start going again. So I appreciate you guys being patient while I get my thoughts together. I guess I'll hop into the fucking main points. Yeah, dude. All right. So this week, like I said last time, I don't really watch the news, but I do listen to a lot of podcasts. So I get like a bunch of other things. Like I get like main articles or just really obscure shit, depending on the fan base, because people send in like just really strange articles, and whichever comedian I'm listening to, they'll talk about it. So I don't really have any current topics. So like if you guys are sick and tired of hearing about the news, like welcome home, because I don't know what the fuck's going on, and that shit makes me happy. Like I heard that like a long time ago, like listening to the news, like if you're unhappy with the world, like just stop listening to the news. And like if you wanted to quantify, your happiness goes up at least 25%. Just because you don't think like the whole fucking world is coming to an end. I'm like, dude, like it's not as bad as it seems. Like it could be a hell of a lot worse for a lot of people in America. At least you're having a shitty day in the best country. So that's something. Fuck, another goddamn fucking plane. Are you serious? Are you fucking shitting me? Like it's almost to the point where I know this wouldn't happen or do anything. I just want to call the airport and be like, hey guys, you think you can keep it down? Like how many people are flying out right now? Like let's calm the shit down. Cool it with the fucking planes, please. But the cool thing about having a podcast is like, damn, I don't want to say this unironically, but I feel like it's a safe space. Like just getting out your thoughts and feelings. I guess it's what's cathartic. Yeah, it's a very, very cathartic thing to do. Just to talk out loud. Like I said, it's for me to master my mind, and I want to share that to people. So whenever I eventually get into that knife fight at the bar, or thwarting some kind of jewel heist, but I die in the process of it, there'll be a record of like what this guy was about, the hero, the legend. No, nobody laughs. Okay, all right. I guess that's on me. So with podcasts, making your own shit is fucking cool. Nowadays you have like a lot of people getting pissed off because things aren't the way that they want it. And a lot of people feel like not even represented in today's media. And my answer to that is, dude, like, make your own shit. Like what I'm doing right now, it's really fucking easy. Like just make your own shit. Like if somebody or some studio or the new movie that's coming out is like, hey, we don't have this person, we don't have this color person or this gender person, make your own shit, man. Because at the end of the day, the world or no one in the world doesn't give a fuck about you. Like that's a hard truth that most people need to hear and don't hear and need to realize like nobody gives a shit about you. Like not at all. Like your friends, no. The only two people that care are your parents or whoever's raising you or currently raising you. Even your siblings don't give a shit about you, bro. Like that's just real talk. So if there's something you want that's not there, make it yourself. It's really easy to do. Like people get upset over Hollywood casting is starting to get like old as shit. That's like I said, since I listen to a lot of LA based podcasts, Hollywood comes up a lot. And every time there's somebody like bitching about equality or money or some shit like that, I'm always like, then make your own fucking thing. Like, hey, you don't have to be in this movie. If this person says, hey, this is my movie and this is the type of thing that I want, or that Victoria's Secret shit from a couple of weeks back, like we cater to this certain type of demographic, then be fine. Like you can't force somebody to accept you. That's what fucking acceptance is. Like we should all be tolerant, but we don't have to accept everybody if we don't want to, especially if it's something that we're creating. Like for me, like I have a specific idea of like this podcast or a piece of artwork that I'm working on. I don't want somebody dictating their personal feelings. Like I'm not looking for notes from anybody about things that I make. Same with any director or movie producer or writer. Like just because it's not there, you don't have to get all upset about it and call for people's jobs or go on the internet and bitch about it. Instead of like having all that energy to bitch about something, you can use that energy and create something. I always fucking, that is one thing I fucking champion. Like somebody going out and making something that didn't exist already. That kind of reminds me of that story of like those Asian kids who would go into McDonald's and they didn't see like the posters with any Asians on it. So they came up with the idea that, hey, let's make a poster and put that shit up there and see if anybody noticed. So they actually dressed up like McDonald's workers from like corporate and put up posters all over the place, which is fucking badass, especially because nobody noticed until they themselves posted about it. Excuse me, on the internet. Man, that shit is funny. And I was like, yeah, I applaud the fuck out of that, man. They saw something that they wanted that was like they saw that they were being underrepresented. They went out, made their own shit. And when McDonald's found out, they were like, oh, hey, fuck, we never noticed that shit. Like, and they kept the poster up. It's simple as that. Like being creative is way more easier and fulfilling than being destructive. Like you don't need to tear down somebody to build yourself up. Looking at you, liberal pussies. No, I'm just joking. Yeah, but protecting businesses protesting businesses, protecting. Fuck. Like whenever people protest, that's I fucking hate that shit, man. Like what's that really doing? You're especially like a mom and pop operation, like those cake shops that like refuse to serve gays. Like that's cool. Like if they refuse to serve gays, that's their right. They're missing out on business, yeah, but Is it fair? I mean, I guess not, but it's their business. They can do whatever they want. Like, hey, we don't serve gays or Jews or blacks or whatever. Me personally, I'd be like, oh, you don't serve blacks? Okay, that's cool. I'll just go to another restaurant. You don't have to fucking go on Yelp and make up fake reviews to get these people out of business. Like, everything's not for you. Like, everything isn't for everybody. There are certain places like ultimately it's on the business owner or whatever, or the manager or whatever, to say, hey, it's literally saying, hey, we don't want your money. It's like, okay, you don't want money? I can take my money somewhere else. Have an enjoyable time. If you force somebody to do something, then you're going to get shitty service by 10 out of 10 times. If you're just like, that's being honest. If you're complaining about something, that's not going to have the result that you want. They're not going to be like, oh, I've seen the error in my ways. You're not going to change anybody's mind, is what I'm trying to say. So I feel like for me to have like this as a topic on my podcast, like you better believe this shit it comes up a lot. Like, I can't stress how much I don't watch or listen to news. I only get it from watching TV or like not news TV, but just regular TV. I mean, not TV, streaming, like topical comics, like comedian sets and shit. But yeah, it's just really weird. Like, I'm tired of hearing about it. That's why. Like, I wish people would just have the foresight to say like, oh, well, I'm not going to go out and look for some kind of issue about, like, I'm not going to go out with the intent to find something negative. That's what I feel like a lot of people do today. And it's getting old. It's getting really old. And I'm just tired. Oh man, this fucking podcast got down. Dude, I was thinking earlier today when I was driving about the Ninja Turtles, because podcast I was listening to mentioned like the fucking Ninja Turtles. And it'd be funny if they had like, I don't know who would do it, like Robot Chicken or Family Guy, Master Splinter. If the Master Splinter was like, he was a slave master, but it was just him like whipping turtles. And he couldn't get him to do anything because he just kept whipping him in the shell. You just hear like a fucking whoots, and it just sounded like bongos going off their backs. He'd be like the shittiest slave master ever. It's a fucking rat. Like, what the fuck would a rat be doing with slaves? With fucking slave turtles? The fucking slowest labor force ever in the history of fucking slave labor. Fucking rats scoring cotton and shit. Whipping turtles. That's only funny to me. But, I don't know why I thought about that, but that shit made me laugh so hard that I almost fucking crashed my truck twice. Oh, man. But yeah, back to what I was saying, man. Dude, like, crying when you don't get your way. Like, honestly, you're just a fucking bitch. That's, at the end of the day, there's a lot of fucking bitches crying about shit. Not going away. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, who the fuck are you? Dude, you know how many times I say that phrase to myself? Like, who the fuck do you think you are? To people like getting impatient, just out of nowhere. But people getting impatient pisses me the fuck off. Like, who the fuck are you to think just because you want something, you have to have it now, and we don't get it now, you act like a little bitch. That shit pisses me the fuck off. Like, I gotta think of an example. Dude, oh yeah, man. If you're ever in line for something and people are like rushing behind you, but like the person in front of you is going slow, but they get an attitude with you. And you're just like, what the fuck? Like, you see what's going on. If you're in that much of a rush, get the fuck out. Like, leave. Like I don't have time for your shit. I'm sorry. Everything's not going your way or as fast as you want it. Like, what the fuck, dude? I'm like pulling into a driveway one time or into a parking lot, off the highway, and there's a car moving slow in front of me, And then there's a car coming in the opposite way. So I need to make a left into like across traffic. And the car behind me starts blowing and like flipping me off. I'm like, what the fuck do you want me to do? Like, if I go, I'm going to get blasted. You fucking bitch, slow the fuck down. Like, calm down. People do that shit where they like drive behind you like they're going to hit you. Ah, man, like that chick last week when she was getting all fucking pissed off. I still laugh about that. Fuck it. I wish I knew if I could like find videos that I'm in on Instagram just to see myself, like her getting flipped off or me getting flipped off and her like shit talking while she's like, while she's shooting a fucking video and driving at the same time, because she had the phone in one hand and she flipped me off with the other hand. So which hand was on the wheel? Fucking fat bitch. If she gets in an accident, they won't be able to pull her out because she was so fucking fat that she took up the entire space of the car. Like, I mean, they're bucket seats, but that's a heavy ass bucket. It's a big fucking bucket. That's a deluxe family size bucket of KFC. That's a Kentucky Fried fat bitch. Or a Kentucky Fried cunt, which would have made more sense with KFC. Ooh, but, you know, almost got Blair mad about that shit again. Shit is funny. Is this any good? No? Yes? No? I don't know. I'll just keep rambling. I like fucking rambling. And for whatever reason, the way that I lay whenever I record this, all of a sudden it makes my nose stop up. So I'm actually going to flip back over. There we go. My nose got stuffy as shit. Jesus. You would have thought I had allergies or something. But yeah, not a whole lot going on this week. Dude, I can't wait until the next Marvel movies are coming out. Oh man. Avengers Endgame. What movie did I go see the other day? I saw Us the other day. It was pretty cool. But it was weird because the ending super predictable. I don't want to throw no spoiler alerts, but you know, I think today with movies and the way that ratings go and with people's attention spans, a lot of reviews and shit, I feel like it's a conspiracy. Like Captain Marvel, I saw it pretty much the first week it came out, and before I went to go see it, all the reviews were good. They were saying like it's packed, it's this, it's that, it's like the best movie ever. It's breaking records and shit. But then whenever you go to the movie theater, there's like a lot of seats, especially if you're on it within the first week, because that's when everybody's trying to see it. Like I went, I think I went that Sunday in the morning because I try to go when there's not a lot of people, but I saw online like people posting pictures around like opening night on Thursday and Friday. It was empty as shit. So I'm like who's going to see it? Because I totally believe that like the media would lie about that shit, about a movie being good, because it's trying to push a narrative, to be honest. The last two big ones were trying to push narratives. Like Black Panther was like the first. Well, I mean, not the first. Like you still have fucking Blade, dude. Like there were other black superheroes. Yeah, Blade. You got Steel. I know Shaquille O'Neal and Steel. It was pretty bad. That movie gets shit on a lot, but he was still the first black. Was he? if you want to count Blank Man too, and that shit. You guys remember Blank Man with Damon Wayans? No, just me. Okay. Yeah, but it's like, dude, they use like all these blockbuster movies to push like some sort of narrative every time. And with Captain Marvel, as much as I love that movie, they pushed the female agenda like way too hard. That shit was super obvious. It literally looked like an army commercial, like an army recruitment commercial for women. Especially that one scene whenever she's like in the high intelligence? Fuck, I always forget it. The Supreme Intelligence. And it was just showing her memories. And it's just like, oh, you're a girl. Like her as a kid. Oh, you're a girl. Stay back down. Girls don't do this. Girls don't do that. Oh, I'm a girl going off for the football team. Oh, I'm a girl going off for the baseball team. And then they just had that shit when she just stood up and it just showed her like get knocked down, standing up again, like throughout her life. She getting shit on in the fucking Air Force. I was like, come on, man. What the fuck is this? It's like a Tampax commercial mixed up with an army recruitment commercial. Or I guess it would be Air Force in her case. It was a good movie though. Good movie. It's just, come on, man. Getting a little heavy handed with all these lessons and yeah, girl power, blah blah, yay. And I think they had some shit behind us too. Oh no, it was more Jordan Peele, but I kind of got the impression that it was one of those interviews where they take shit out of context. But dude, that shit happens a lot. I hate that shit, man. Because there are people that take every article at their word, at face value. Dude, the critical thinking skills are a lost art in this society. Because why would Jordan Peele say, like, I'm not going to hire white dudes? I think what he was trying to say, without putting words in his mouth, is that, hey, like, I'm going to try to make different types of stories because we've seen the white man character so many times. Like, that story is done. Like, we don't need that story. And that's me saying that, like, not really reading the article myself. So I'm just talking out of my ass. I like doing that. I like talking about things that I hear about, but like, I'm not going to go through and read them. The only articles I read are about anime. I mean, you want to know what's happening with the next episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? Almost said Stardust Crusaders, fucking Golden Wind. I'm your fucking guy. If you want to know what the stock market is doing or what's going on in Syria, is Syria still a thing? Yeah, don't fucking ask me. I'm not going to know. Like, I only care about shit that I like. I made like a fucking concerted effort to just pretty much like what I like, man. Like, I support the arts. Like, I love stand-up comedy. So I support that shit. I like anime. I watch anime like a shit ton and listen to music and podcasts now. So I like creating art. I like being creative. So that's pretty much what I focus on. Like, you can do Google alerts to have subjects pop up in your feed, in your news feed about shit that you like. And that's literally all my interests. Like, I just cultivate, like, that's what people need to start doing. Cultivating things that make them happy into like their life's goal. That should be your motivation. That's one, like, if I wanted to ask you guys a question, that's the question that I want to ask. Like, dude, what motivates you, man? Like, why do you get out of bed? Like, what type of things are you like working towards? I think I quoted this not quoted, but mentioned it the last podcast, but that fucking Dr. Phil and Joe Rogan's podcast, that shit, like, he hit the fucking nail on the head with that question, man. Like, why are you doing what you're doing right now? Is there like a goal that you're working for or working towards? Like, do you like what you're doing? Again, what do you get out of bed for? What are you passionate about? Like, if you have a passion, are you making every effort that you can to pursue that thing? Or whether it's like exercise, drawing, or anything, man. Because if you don't have that, again, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, you gotta make your days count, man. They always say like life's short. It is and it isn't. It's a long ass fucking life, man. It's a long time between 5:30 a.m. to 11 o'clock p.m. Like, what the fuck are you doing in between that? Like, everybody has a start date and end date. That dash in the middle. Like, what are you doing in that dash? Like, I was born in 1989 and I'm probably going to die in 2020. Let's say 2020. Let's say I have a year left. Like, if I died next year, what the fuck would I have done in that little dash between 1989 and 2020? That's what I'm concerned about. Like, the future is cool. It's cool to be prepared. But bro, make sure like you save some time to have fun. Like, I was talking to my brother the other day and think I'm probably gonna fuck this up and misremember. But he was saying like his happiness. Like I got the feeling that my brother works hard as shit, and he kind of said something along the lines of like, I'm not like silly anymore. Like if you know me and my brother, we do and say silly ass shit to make each other laugh. That shit kind of hurt when he said that. Like, that shit almost made me sad, but I kind of get where he's coming from. Like he's trying to build himself a future, but at the same time, I don't want him to lose that part of himself. That fucking whimsical part. Damn. I just trampled all over that word. I had to slow that shit down. Yeah, I don't want him to like lose that sense of like, oh man, I can have fun and work smart too. Notice I said work smart. You never work hard. You always work smart. Like Kanye said, when you try hard, that's when you die hard. And I'm not talking about John McClane. I said that never watched fucking Die Hard before in my life, even though I know it's on HBO. Bro, Die Hard is on HBO. I can finally watch that shit. I've been wanting to watch that shit for years, but they always have like the second one. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Like, I want to start the series so I can watch that movie from start to finish and feel like I'm a goddamn man. I have a list of movies on my man list. Movies that all dudes should watch. Especially the ones with all the series. So it's Mission Impossible. I finally caught up and saw, not caught up, but I finally saw all those. I think, except for the last one that just came out recently, Lethal Weapon, saw all of those. I was watching the show until fucking Clayne Crawford left. Clayne Crawford? Yeah, till the first Riggs left. Shit sucked, man. What the fuck? How the fuck you know how to keep going with Riggs? I mean, I love Sean William Penn. Stifler? Fuck. Damn, I need to learn these people's names. But yeah, I don't even know how I got on that subject. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, just have a motivation, man. If you're working hard, that's cool. I'd prefer you work smart, but if you're working, just remember, man, like, you're still a person. Two things that I always ask myself or tell myself is to be a fucking human and be kind. Like, two things. Like, if there are two things that you take away from life, it's being a human towards another human. And that means, like, if you see somebody struggling or not even struggling, hell, like if you see, like, let's say if I'm walking on the sidewalk and somebody else is walking in the opposite direction, like, dude, clear the fucking way. If you see somebody walking directly in front of you, don't be like, oh, well, he'll move. Like, move for that person. Like, step aside. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, and that also falls under being kind. Or if you see somebody in help them out. Like, if it's somebody asking for money, if you got money, like, just give them $1. What the fuck is that? But what is $1? $1 doesn't mean shit. Everybody's broke. Like, let's help each other out. I think I got Be Kind from fucking Peter Capaldi on his last episode as Doctor on Doctor Who, or the Doctor on Doctor Who. And that shit stuck with me. That was like a couple years ago. That's not some shit I grew up thinking. Like, it's a feeling, but he actually said the words. And I was like, yeah, be fucking kind. Like, just the way he said it. I was like, just be kind. And being human, I got that shit from Chris D'Elia on his fucking podcast. Like, fuck, another goddamn plane. I was doing so well. Yeah, be a fucking human. I always say that shit. And that one, I say more than anything because I'm usually yelling at traffic. Dude, I drive so much that, like, a lot of experiences that I have are usually behind the wheel of a car. I'm just yelling at people. Like, be fucking human. Like, if you see that I need to get out and there's 2 lanes, go to the far lane so I can get into the goddamn street. Like, get into the flow of traffic. Don't make me have to speed ahead and cut somebody off. Like, if you see me and there's like a gap open, save that gap so I can get in. Be a fucking human, bro. Like, you're going to be in the same situation and you would want somebody to do it for you. Like, I don't know, man. People are so fucking selfish nowadays. It sucks. It sucks out there, you guys. It sucks. I mean, I know that's a first world problem, but I live in the first world. So all my problems are first world problems. Like, all this, like, shit on social media. All this shit on social media is first world problems, man. Even though, like, those first world problems do have real consequences a lot of times. I don't know why. Like, why the fuck can somebody tweet at somebody and then they lose their job? It's really weird. Like, when was the turning point where social media had real consequences, dude? Because I tell you what, if I had like old tweets and I had like a well-paying job and somebody fucked my life up, oh man, you best believe I'm using every resource to go fucking find that motherfucker and mow him down. Like, oh, who the fuck a rat? Who's snitching? Because snitches get stitches. Oh man, that's weird. It's one of those things, dude. Like, you ever imagine like killing somebody? I mean, like, don't actually do it, but like, you go, you kill somebody. Oh, god damn it, another fucking plane. Another goddamn plane. Fuck. I'll do anything for one of those goddamn rocket launchers for fucking Call of Duty where I can lock on and just blow the motherfuckers out of the sky. You're fucking up the podcast planes. Jesus. Ground control to Major Tom. Cut the shit. But anyway, sorry. Yeah, dude. With the whole social media thing, whenever there's always like a huge beef over social media shit, I'm always like, dude, this isn't real life. Like, the way that we talk to each other, it sucks trying to talk to people out in the real world. How do people, like, guys, how do you talk to people in the real world nowadays? With like being person to person, it's really weird because you still act like there's a keyboard in front of you, almost to the point where we're going to get to the point where people are just using their phones and just texting each other while they're in the same room, which kind of already happens out of laziness. But I feel like it's just going to be second nature to people because people don't know how to talk to each other anymore in person. That's why there's always like somebody grabbing for their phone whenever you go to lunch. I fucking hate that shit, man. Even when I go to lunch by myself, I always just like stay off of my phone. Like, I'll leave my phone in the car charging up. Like, I try to leave my phone behind as much as I can, just so I can just experience whatever's going on around me. Dude, like going to concerts and taking pictures and shit, or going to stand-up shows. Like, I hear like performers talk about having to put your phones in the bag because people will fucking go and take pictures of shit when they're not supposed to be taking pictures. Like, dude, if I'm at a concert, I'm not taking pictures of shit. I'm selfish when it comes to entertainment. Like, dude, I paid money for this ticket and I paid to have this experience. I'm not going to give it to fucking followers for free on Instagram. And then it's not going to be the same. Like, I took a picture of flowers the other day. Hold on just a second. I got to readjust my body. That's the problem with being a giant, guys. You got these giant ass bones with all this weight laying on it, even though I'm not fat, but you know what I mean. I'm just big boned. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, like performers, they always complain that people are just on their phones. If you ever been in a show and you have like those bags, I never knew. It didn't happen when I went to shows, but they'll say like, yeah, like you do those bags and you just have a bunch of people getting up to go out to check their phone and coming back in. So those don't even really work. Like, it's just really interrupting. I took a picture of flowers today and showed it to my mom because they were wanting to see like the blue bonnets out in Texas. But where I'm at is super rural, so they just grow wild all over the place. And I took that picture maybe 3 or 4 times, and it didn't look nearly as good on that picture than it did in person. Like, the colors were all off. It looked further away than what it actually was. And if I would have zoomed in, the pixels would have been disordered. It would, like, the pixels will look too big, and you lose like a lot of the shape and like details of the flowers. So I was just like, fuck, man. Like, I sent the picture, but in my mind I was like, yeah, that's the way I am because You can't capture moments no matter how hard you try. I think I mentioned like I do hand drawing a lot. I normally don't do like still life. Like that's why like still life was always um like my least favorite thing to do whenever I took art classes in school. Just because like dude, like you're not gonna capture it perfectly. You can do it pretty well, but it'll never be perfect. So that's why, God damn, another plane. Bro, if you guys are at home drinking, the fucking plane shit, like you guys are pretty much dead right now. If you're taking shots every time there's a plane overhead. But yeah, damn. See, it made me lose my train of thought. The plane made me lose a train in my automobile. Planes, trains, and automobiles with Steve Martin and John Candy. R.I.P. John Candy. Fucking love that guy. But yeah, capturing shit on film is stupid. Like, one, you look like a fucking asshole. Like you're watching something on your phone when it's right in front of you and you're sharing it just to get that shit out. Just have the fucking moment, man. Just have the moment. Just be a fucking human. Shit is so unnatural. Like, I'm tired of hearing people complain about the same shit. Like, celebrities complain about the same shit. Like, meeting people. I listened to like a Kevin Hart interview on Rogan again. I swear, like, this podcast is about promoting other people's podcasts. And he was saying, like, the weird moment you have whenever you see somebody like a celebrity you like or whatever, like comedian you like, and your first reaction is to start reaching for the phone and to get a picture. Dude, like I meet celebrities every now and then. Like, I never asked for a picture. Like, well, at the time I didn't have social media. But yeah, I never asked for pictures, man. Like that is for you. Like, this moment is for me. And I always go up and be like, hey man, like that was really cool. Like, it's usually after the show. Like, hey, your show was really good, man. Like, I appreciate your work. Blah, blah, blah. Have a quick chat and then leave. I feel like everybody appreciates that. Like, you're not acting super weird because at the end of the day, it's just some guy or girl doing a job, and you don't go to the fucking person in reception and be like, oh yeah, can I get your autograph? Blah, blah, blah. Like, their work just happens to be performing for something. But yeah, it's really weird. Like, I feel like society's going in a weird place, and that's why I'm trying to like do more of what I like to do. This week, I actually upgraded my subscription to Adobe. Like, I use all Adobe products for my podcasting, for my digital drawing. I'm going to start messing with photo editing. Dude, guys, if you don't follow, damn, I'll look it up. I don't think it's TechCrunch, but it's definitely Tech something. Tech Deals. Dude, if you don't follow Tech Deals, follow fucking Tech Deals, man. Like, you get hooked up on a bunch of shit. I just got like all the Adobe apps for all the creative suites. Normally it's a couple $100. I got it for $34. Like a super, super discount. Like, always be cheap. Be cheap, guys. Bing, bling, bling, bling. Like, look for deals, man. I can't stress that enough. Saving money is awesome, but finding a deal is fucking great. Did I do Tony the Tiger? Yes, I fucking just did Tony the Tiger. Nailed that shit, son. Tony the motherfucking Tiger. But yeah, podcast has been great, man. Sorry again for doing this shit really late. And I think I'm gonna try to like build a weekly schedule, especially since I just want to keep doing this on a consistent basis. Just one, this is literally the most that I speak every week, which is fucking weird. It's cool because I don't really like talking, but when I do want to talk, I have like thoughts and I just need to get them out, and I need somebody to hear. So thank you. You guys are basically, what do they call that shit? On that Sleepy Hollow show that used to be on Fox. I don't know if it's that show is awesome, but they call a sin eater basically somebody from old villages where people kind of, it's pretty much a confession, but it's one person that knows everybody's deep dark secrets. Which, why the fuck would you do that? Like, oh man, I aborted my baby. Oh man, I'm sleeping with blah 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 his wife or husband. And like that one person knows everybody's secrets, but you don't know any of their secrets. That shit seems kind of fishy. Like, how's that person not the ruler of whatever village they're in? Like, motherfucker, I know what you did, and I know what you did, and I know what you did. So, and maybe I wrote it in a letter, and in case I don't show up, it gets sent out. Maybe I didn't. Who's to say? Fucking weird ass thoughts. I kind of wrote down a bunch of shit, and I think I got to it. So, yeah, you guys want me to ramble for the rest of this remainder podcast, but I think I mentioned the YouTube. Dude, I don't know what the fuck was going on with that shit, but I got an email from Lipson about like why my YouTube wasn't showing up. Like I have for some reason the little teaser shows up, but the first episode doesn't show up on the YouTube. And they said that YouTube sent it back saying that was too long. I'm like, motherfucker, what do you mean too long? It was just like, I don't think I even did a full hour. Like I think it was maybe like 45 minutes to an hour. I'm like, bro, there's literally 3 hour to 99 hour videos on YouTube. Like, what the fuck does that mean? It was too long. Like it was like, I'm afraid it wasn't even long enough. Maybe, who knows? I don't know. Technology's fucking weird, but I hope you guys are able to listen to it on iTunes. iTunes seems to be doing pretty well. Actually, if YouTube gets up and running, and if you want to see like the different artworks that I do every week, I know for a fact it shows up on YouTube. And well, no, I don't know that for a fact because the first episode hasn't showed up yet, like the first official episode. So it may just be the show artwork, but I'll try to see. But iTunes, it updates every day. So I mean, not every day. Every time I upload a podcast, like the new album art would be up. I think I'm gonna do stickers too, and see if I can hand those out just to spread the word about the podcast. What else? I think I created. Oh yeah, I had the email. I hyped the email last time. I remember. Again, it's mmvjpod@gmail.com. Again, that's mmvjpodcast@gmail.com. I gotta listen to that back. It's weird. Like I always do voices to myself, but I never get to hear them back. So in my head, it just sounds like a different voice, but like kind of my voice. But then when I listened back to the recording, I was like, damn, I sound like a totally different person. But dude, I have fucking random outbursts all the time whenever I'm driving just to break up the silence. Especially if I'm listening to something and it just stops working. So I'm just sitting in there. You get, I think somebody heard me laughing to myself. Fucking the Joker laugh, Mark Hamill Joker laugh. God damn it, another fucking plane. How many fucking planes are there going to be flying ahead? Jesus Christ. Where are these people going? I thought we were all broke as a country now. It's bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. That's just great. Get out of here, you crazy kid. With your probably turkey on board for emotional support. Dude, I want to eventually move to Japan, but I got to get on the airplane. And I know I'm going to be on the airplane that has the fucking emotional support hedgehog or some shit. It's like, it's weird because that people take advantage of that shit. And there's like fake doctors. There's literally websites that you can have a forged doctor's note for an emotional support animal. And most places don't fight that shit because they don't know that emotional support animals and service animals are two different things. Service animals are trained, you have paperwork, and they're protected. Emotional support animals, they're not, at least in Austin, when I was an apartment manager at the time, I read the law and like you don't have to accept somebody with an emotional support animal because like that's an easily falsified document that you can literally go in there. I remember I was doing a tour of an apartment and I had the person I was with, she had a locator. The locator literally told her, "Oh, you have a dog? Our dog's a lot." I'm like, unfortunately, not that size dog. It's like, and she tells her client, like, well, you can go to this website and it'll print off a fake blah 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 form. And I'm like, why would you say that right in front of me? So if she comes in, I'm gonna know that form's fake. What they don't think is that you'll call the doctors that they list who write out the notes. Because, like, what the fuck, man? You got a fake doctor. Like, at least if you have a family physician, you can just have them write you a note. But you could even do the extra mile to go to a real doctor. You had to make one up with a fake phone number. So when I call that shit, it doesn't show up. The number you have called is no longer in service. Message 4, 3, 2, 1. Dial tones. I miss dial tones. There's something satisfying about hanging up with somebody and just knowing that they have that so I can just really stew in the shit that they cause. Fuck you, Claire. Oh, sorry. Flashback. But I think I'm gonna call this one Cool Wits. Did I do a full hour this time? Oh, 58 minutes and 42 seconds. Shit, yeah. Dude, I actually did it. My minions. I've made it. I've transcended. I beat my own personal best. And I like to thank you guys for it. But, dude, I'm going to go ahead and get this posted up. I hope it's still Monday. What time is it? Let's check that old clock. Damn it. I just missed it by 12 minutes. Oh, well. I think I'm going to just do them on fucking Tuesday just to give me enough time. For some reason, like, wow, I guess Sunday's my only day off. So I try to have as much fun and be creative as much as I can in that time. But I think I'm going to, like, third episode would be better than second episode because I think second episode, oh yeah, definitely. Second episode better than first episode. Just want to take the moment to apologize because at some point the fucking sound got overlapped because I was combining all the segments, even though I thought that they would just snap like one after the other. I guess it didn't do it, or I must have like hit the mouse right before I let go of, or right before I slid all the tracks into place. That was not intentional, even though I would like to lie to you guys and say that it was. But I fucking love you guys, man. You're my minions. I love my minions. I need you guys. I need you guys. I need you guys. But this is the end of the podcast. I'm going to go to sleep. Well, I guess I'm going to post this and type up a synopsis. That'll be fun. As I'm saying that, I should have did that like a long ass time ago when I was writing the show notes, just so I can copy and paste it. But I got to think. I got to fucking think. So again, you know where I'm at. Follow me on Instagram. Wait, hold on. I got to get my announcement voice. Follow me on Instagram, guys. It's V Johnson, the number 2, ND as in Nancy Drew at, wait, no. Yeah. At V Johnson 2nd. That's V Johnson, the number 2, ND as in Nancy Drew for Instagram. If you like to email the Mastermind Podcast, that email address would be mmvjpodcast@gmail.com. Again, that's mmvjpodcast@gmail.com. Damn, that shit sounds smooth. I haven't even heard it yet. I just know that shit sounds smooth. Got that panty dropper voice. All right, guys. I guess I'll talk to you later. Again, feel free to reach out. Let me know what you think of the podcast. Everybody on iTunes, check out that new album work. I'll post it on my Instagram just so everybody gets to see it. And I'll link the website in case wherever I post up doesn't work. I just want to make sure that everybody has the opportunity to see the podcast or not see it. Fuck. Damn it. I need to work on my sign out too. Shit. That's going to be the next improvement. I'm going to work on my sign outs and I'm going to work on my fucking sign in. But until that time, this has been the Mastermind Podcast and I have been your fuck. Damn it. Almost had it. No, fuck it. We're going to get this shit right now. All right, guys. Thank you for listening. This has been the Mastermind Podcast, and I am your mastermind, and you are all my minions. So I will see you next week. Bye.